Branch, who picks it up, and he has all the field to himself, has blockers, takes it to the house, and it's a score for RMU after it was tied. So 17-10. The score was previously 10-10. Marcellus Branch gets through traffic, picks the ball up himself, blocks it, picks it up himself, and takes it to the house with no Duquesne player near him.
Great example of being aware. Good
defensive play there for close, but then Duquesne, he throws it to the back of the end zone. Number 16, another law pass, but it works perfectly right over the RMU defenders, and Duquesne answers back, and we're going to be tied at 17 going into halftime. Another look, a little sky cam there for you, and just places it perfectly, goes up, makes sure he gets his one foot in, and then we're moving on to the third quarter. Carroll takes a hit, but Carroll finds a wide receiver, and that is Trey Edwards, and he is on his way to the house. But unfortunately, that will be the last time we will see the Colonials in the end zone. But right now they have a 24-17 lead. Duquesne driving again. And another law pass, but right into the hands of his receiver. And the game is now tied after the extra point, 24-24 all. Now the fourth quarter, and Duquesne on the run this time. PJ Fulmore takes it in on the ground, and that was all she wrote at Rooney Field for Duquesne. RMU was in the game, but failed to score in the fourth quarter, and Jerry Schmidt for Duquesne got his 100th career win.
After a back-and-forth battle between the Colonials and the Dukes, Duquesne walked away from Rooney Field in Pittsburgh, PA, with a win. Robert Morris went toe-to-toe with Duquesne the entire way through the third quarter, but the Duquesne offense proved to be too strong for our Colonials. When halfway through the fourth quarter, PJ Fulmore put the nail in the coffin with a 9-yard run. RMU will travel Saturday to play Sacred Heart. Good luck, Colonials. Now, in Game 1 of a 2-game matchup against Vermont University, down on Neville Island in the 84 Lumber Arena, the Colonials went into this game hoping to stay undefeated in this early season, and Vermont went in hoping to knock RMU off the undefeated list. Let's see how this worked out for these two squads. Roll the film.
Exciting game, I think.
I hope so. Let's see what happens. All right, so we have the first play here. Brittany Howard down the left side. She'll shoot, rebound, and a score. That's a goal by Amber Rennie. Makes it 1-0 RMU.
Early on,
it's a great start. I like how it's in the first period, 1 minute into the game. It's a great start for RMU. As you can see here, the pass, and then put a shot on goal. The goalie for Vermont can't keep a hold of it, and Randy finds it and puts it right into the back of the net. Great play by Amber.
Great awareness there to see the
Now,
puck
the second
loose.
play here is it looks like an easy save for Bailey to preserve the lead for RMU. As you can see here again, it looks just a little backhand pass and an easy shot to the glove side of Bailey. Now here we see another great save. She slides across the butterfly. Moving into the second period, we see Bailey dive and makes a save, but she can't make the second save. That's the problem there. Another goal for Vermont. Ties it up at 1-1. The first goal of the game for Vermont. Now we see RMU take the face-off win. Pass it. Great movement of the puck here. They moved it really well there. And now we see the shot and another goal. It's a great goal. It puts RMU back up 2-1 in the second period there. That goal was scored by Gebhard on a backhand shot. Here you see it again. She takes it off the bottom corner and puts it up over the stick side of the goalie there. Now we see, a nice save there. No, it's not. It goes through the 5-hole, it looked like, and another goal for RMU, 3-1 with 2:37 left in the second period. As you can see here, it looked like the goalie saved it, but if you look right here, this is a good view right here.
Like this camera
you can see
right
through the 5-hole, you can see the puck cross around the red line.
Got to tighten that up there.
But as you can see here, Robert Morris comes away with their victory, 3-2.
Robert Morris jumped on their opponent early with Amber Rennie's goal at the 1:02 mark of the opening period. Tied at 1 in the second period, the Colonials scored back-to-back goals via J.C. Gobard and Kristen Welsh to take a 3-0 lead. Vermont scored an early third-period goal, but RMU's defense and goalie Lauren Bailey held off Vermont for their fourth win of the season. Bailey earned the fourth win, her first win, while making 28 saves in goal. And less than 24 hours later, Robert Morris was back on the ice in an attempt to sweep Vermont in the home series at the 84 Lumber Arena. Greg, was the outcome as nice as the day before?
Well, we're going to see here that they tied it, which means they're still undefeated, but the Colonials and the Catamounts walked out of 84 Lumber Arena with a tie, meaning the Colonials walk away from this weekend still undefeated. The two teams tied 2-2 with both of RMU's goals from Brittany Howard. They skate again this weekend against Merrimack Friday and Saturday. Good luck, ladies. Now, this is one of the longest runs RMU's had with an undefeated season.
You know, it's looking forward every week, anticipation, because they're in every game.
It's exciting. It's a very exciting season.
We are now going to go to commercial break. When we come back, Colin Wilson and Rashad Christian will talk men's and women's soccer before we head to meet the Colonials at the Sewall Center.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
No siempre es fácil ser padre.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family?
This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
Pero cuando haces un esfuerzo,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry.
Go along, son.
siempre vale la pena.
Whoa, master!
Los momentos más pequeños pueden tener un gran impacto en la vida de un niño. Toma el tiempo hoy para ser papá.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Llama al 877-4DAD-411 o visita fatherhood.gov para obtener más información.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. RMU men's soccer faced off against the St. Francis Brooklyn squad last Sunday. The Terriers came in undefeated in conference play. Let's see how the Colonials fared.
I'm excited to see the outcome of this game, Colin.
Me too.
Terriers.
Colonials
I like
and Terriers. Great conference matchup. Here we got a little dribble by St. Francis as they come up. Oh, a little move right there.
There we go.
And he finishes. Just detrimental for the Colonials. Can they return, though, however? The Colonials have had a rough start of the season. We're going to cut to the second half here with St. Francis Brooklyn still leading by 1. And the header into the goal, the right side. Just nothing you could do right there. Just a nice corner kick.
And unfortunately, the Terriers come out with a 2-0 win against the Colonials, which will push them back to 3-7-2 on the year. Not a good record, but they're still winless in conference play with a record of 0-2-1. Ardmore struggled in the first half, only able to get off 4 shots and never really picked up the pace, finishing with 11 total. Our next game is tomorrow at 3 p.m. against Bryant in another conference matchup. The Colonials took on the LIU Blackbirds in an NEC game. They came into this game with a record of 2-11. This would be their 4th conference matchup of the year. So, could they get the win? Let's see if they did.
Hopefully it's better than the mids.
Let's hope. Let's hope for more than a 2-0 loss there. As here we are, Robert Morris just stopping the goal there. Luckily, our TV is still on there. Here we go. Robert Morris stopping the ball, able to get it, and there we go. Schachler learned that name today, able to fly down the field and get it past the goalie for the score for the Colonials, able to push them up 1-0. You see them celebrating there. I would celebrate too, if I would. Now, in the second half, it's just a jumble of players, and it's just nothing's happening right now.
Way to get it out.
Hey, as long as nothing's happening and they're not scoring, I'm happy.
Exactly. Great defense by the Colonials.
Great defense. Great save there, as there is another attempt on the goal. Fortunately, didn't go in, as Robert Morris is able to hang on with a 1-0 victory.
Excellent. As you can see, like you said, 1-0 Colonials over the Blackbirds. I mean, just overall a great game. I mean, Shearston got the win with 8 saves. Rest got 2 shots on goal. Just a phenomenal outlook by the Colonials.
Yeah.
Definitely moving forward, I think that they can move on from this and hopefully get an NEC bid.
I'd love to see wins from the Colonials.
Excellent. We're going to cut to football here. Marcellus Branch, a redshirt senior defensive back, earned NEC Special Teams Player of the Week after blocking a 47-yard field goal and taking it 63 yards to the house against Duquesne this past weekend. Branch's touchdown marks the 4th special teams score for the Colonials this season, which is a team record. Individually, this sits at Branch's 5th award, as he's earned 3 Rookie of the Week awards, a Defensive Player of the Week award in 2012.
There we go. As we promised before, we will be bringing you coverage of Meet the Colonials 2016. Here are the list of the events here. The hosts will be introduced to start off the entire thing, and men's basketball, the entire team, will be introduced.
Yep.
Got a bunch of new faces on the roster this year.
Definitely.
I'm really excited to see what they can come up with.
But kind of the opposite of the women's team. You still have on Nikki Stama-Lamprou back. You are missing Ashley Ravelli. But I think Janae will step up as the point guard position and do well. You still have Rebecca Navarro, 3-point specialist right there for you. Definitely looking forward to it.
And if you are at the event at 9:45, you will have a chance to win the coach's money. I heard several people have won some. So
hey, I might be over there myself.
Hey, we're stuck in the studio for now.
Hey.
But next we have the men's basketball dunk contest. Always something amazing to watch at any level of basketball. It's a spectacle. And then next we have the I Am Talent Flip Crew Stunt Dunk Show.
Wow.
You remember the mascots in the NBA jumping off of trampolines and all that?
Hey, that's the only way I can dunk is on a trampoline.
It's the only way we can dunk here. Yes, I will be excited to see that. And then 10:20 will be introducing Alma Mater.
Excellent.
There we go. All right, coming up next, stay with us as we have more coverage coming from the Sewall Center with Meet the Colonials.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Next up, make some noise for Roberto Mantovani. We got Lorenzo, right? Next up, we got Conrad Stevens. Beautiful morning. Get the sun in the morning, babe. Look in the morning. Let's go, Conrad. Let's go, Conrad. Get the sun in the morning, babe. Look in the morning. Coming up next, we got Billy Jones. Spanish place parallel to the carpet 15 with the smoke, nothing less and everything. The machine don't make the man made the machine. So many try to get down. Next up, make the noise for Eric K. Just get on up. Make one more round of applause for your Miss 2016 Colonial! Now put your hands together for the defending NEC champion, Women's RMU Basketball team! First up, we got Coach Cuscalia and his staff. Put your hands together, y'all. Come on. This is a defending NEC champ right here. Make some noise for the reigning champ. Coming up next, we got Michaela Moran. This ain't no intro, it's the outro. With that intro, it's Put your hands together for Jocelyn Sewall!
Move out the way when I'm coming through the door. Me, heavy, it's like it's a rock. Guys watch, even some of the girls cry. Step back, it ain't that type of party. No reply if you ain't somebody. Get out my face, you don't want to hear no more. If you hate rejection, don't try to score. First base, you ain't got.
Give it up for Keeman Basham! Smash that! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! It's too much. Next up, put your hands together for Janae Brown! Nothing is coming up next. We got Rebecca Navarro. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. What you want, show it what you need. What you need. One game win, never leave, never leave. Counting up money. Last but not least, make some noise for Anna Nikki Stamaropoulos. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the defending NEC women's basketball team. Hey, first up, we got fan versus fan. Fan versus fan. Remember, it's 5 shots. 5 shots, right? You're shooting from the foul line. All right, y'all ready? Hey, who think this side gonna win? Who think this side gonna win right here?
We about to get this win, y'all.
I need y'all to make some noise.
We gotta make some noise for it.
All right, y'all ready? Hey, who think this side gonna win? Who think this side gonna win right here?
We about to get this win, y'all.
I need y'all to make some noise.
We gotta make some noise for it.
Oh, come on. We need you to make them. Come on.
Oh, Chris. Not looking so good for your side. Uh-oh.
Last shot. Make it count.
Hey, Chris, we'll let her come after K in the alphabet.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You made one? Hey, he made one. It don't matter.
2 more than 1 week.
That's
2
my
more than
women's
1.
player win. Who want to be on my team? Megan, you on my team? You ain't on Tristan's team. Let's go.
We need somebody from my team then.
Don't nobody want to be on your team. We definitely about to take this.
You said that last time.
Watch. I'm about to call it out. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot.
1 for 1.
Come on, Megan.
Money. Go, Becca.
Money.
Here you go, Becca.
Hey, you got this. Water. How many of y'all got it?
How many you got?
Don't worry about that.
How many you got?
Don't worry. Don't talk to me. Hey, we got 3 on this side. Y'all got 3? Regardless, my team still won. It don't matter. My team still won. Hey, Jordan, you shooting for me? Hey, we definitely winning on this side now. Hey, Clive, you got some competition. My man Jordan said he gonna shoot the light.
Live with Provost Jamison. Now, thank you so much for joining us.
Glad to do it.
All right.
Big night.
It is a very big night. Now,
Hoop Township.
Huh?
Hoop Township.
It is Hoop Township. You've been here quite a while now. You've seen all the different basketball teams and the development of Meet the Colonials. What makes this night so special?
Well, I think the enthusiasm of the students. In fact, we got almost a full house. The teams are pumped up. I think it's all a great night.
Now, what are you looking forward to most for both of these seasons?
So I'm going to make a prediction to you.
Yes.
Second week in March, you and I will be right here, and we'll have both teams conference champions, men and the women. I really am optimistic. I think the women are going to defend. I think Anna Nikki Stamalamper is going to be an All-American. And I think the men are going to be extraordinary. They've got a lot of new guys. They've got Aaron Tate is back. This is our year for both teams.
What do you think has to happen for them to take away the NEC?
Got to win at home. Got to win them all at home and pick up 3 or 4 on the road. I mean, that's, I think, the key.
All right, then one last quick question. When do you think we could see a Meet the Colonials in a new arena?
I think it'll be 2019. That's, I think, what we're predicting. I believe we'll have a new facility by then. And this will be a lot of great memories here, but we're ready for the next step.
All right, well, thank you so much. Back to you guys in the studio.
We out. Hey, Snoop, you on my team? Hurry up, come on. All right, so, for the fans.
What is the first item in the table of mystery?
Y'all ready for the first item? First item, they will be shooting footballs from the free throw line. Y'all ready? Y'all gotta get these footballs out. Y'all ready? Can y'all make these? You can make these in there? You can make these. Okay, I believe in you because you're on my team. I picked you for a reason. You got me. Remember, you get 5 shots. You get 5 shots. 5 of them. You ready? I hope so. Hey, get ready. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Oh, come on. You got this, yo. I believe in you. You gotta give me one. You got to.
Welcome back to the studio. Guys, let's talk basketball.
I love it. I'm ready.
We've been talking a lot of hockey, football, soccer. Let's talk basketball. It's basketball season.
Yeah.
Officially, I consider that Meet the Colonials is the official kickoff. So, what are your key components to the men's team this year? Take it away, anybody.
All right, Greg.
Well,
got the papers there.
Kayvon Stewart, he's a senior this year. I mean, he averaged 9.2 points last year.
Okay.
So, I mean, if he can produce that kind of numbers again this year, it's really going to help the team on the offensive side get some points up on the board.
And plus, with him being a senior, now we're going to look for more leadership since
Exactly.
we see Rodney Pryor. While he did put up some good numbers last year, wasn't really able to lead the team. He wasn't able to be that mature guy
And in my
for
opinion,
the squad.
He was just there scoring points, wasn't that leader that we saw the year before from like Lucky Jones and Carvel Anderson, and they went to the NEC final.
Yeah, and it's weird because Rodney Pryor, he did everything on the court, but it just didn't translate
Maybe
into
not in the
wins.
locker room.
Not in the locker room.
And last year we struggled 10 and 22.
Yeah.
So I think that had something to do with it. But now one name to throw out there, Aaron Tate.
Yeah.
Now he's a redshirt senior. Injury
6th
last
year, I
year, got
believe.
the red shirt.
Yeah.
He could only do so much from the bench in terms of he's my main motivator. The guy that will step up.
A lot of
now
spirit.
you can only do so.
Yeah.
He got a lot of spirit. He can only do so much from the bench. Now him being on the court, to me, guys, what do you think? Is he the main leader this year for this team?
I honestly think he is.
Okay.
Missing him last year, obviously it showed 10 and 22, like you said, just struggles all around. They were missing that key playmaker, and they were down. They were only playing 6-7 guys late in the season due to injuries. So Aaron Tate stepping in here, an experienced guy that's been around this program for a while now. Definitely think that he'll be a great addition now that he's not injured.
Yeah, and like what Colin was saying about the experience factor, I think that's really important, especially with the new faces we have on this team. Plenty of them being transfers, a couple of them being freshmen. I think he can get them to adapt to the RMU style of basketball and finally turn this team into a winning one.
Exactly.
We are now going to go back to the Sewall Center with the coach of the men's basketball team, Andy Toole.
Yo, you got this. You got this. All ready? Hey, Tristan. Yes, I ready? He was born ready. Okay. Hey, 3, 2, 1, shoot. Come on. You got it. Make this. You got one. Boy. What you talking about? Give me one.
Here with Coach Andy Toole, head coach of the men's basketball program. Coach Toole, a lot of new faces on this team this year. Who is the fan base going to be talking about come mid-November, December?
Well, hopefully they're talking about everybody, but we've had a good spring and summer. Our returning guys have really elevated their work ethic, and our new guys have fit in really well. Roberto Montiavani, one of our junior college kids, has done a really nice job coming back from injury and really competing. Braden Burke, Deshaun Burke, Clive Allen, all those guys have really shown flashes of doing what we need them to be able to do for us this year.
And then turning back to an old face, you get Aaron Tate back this year. He was the MVP 2 seasons ago. What does he provide this season, Coach, for your team?
So much stability. He's a guy who's, a lead by example guy. He's one of the hardest working guys on our team. And so for him to be able to be on the court with our guys every day, it's almost like getting another new player. When he came back to workouts, the level of the workout was elevated so much just because, he knows everything inside and out. He competes at a high level, and he never takes a day off. And so it's great for our new guys to see that and understand what it takes to be successful at this level.
You don't see a lot of big size like you guys have this year in the NEC or mid-major conferences at all. How do you think that size is going to contribute to you guys trying to get back into contention in the NEC this year?
Well, I mean, it was obviously an area where we needed to improve. We needed to create some more depth. You know, we didn't do a good job of rebounding the ball last year. We didn't do a good enough job of scoring points in the paint. And so hopefully these guys will be able to help with all that.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Vince. So we heard it there from Andy Toll. Now, guys, let's talk about the big guys on this team.
Yeah.
Height. 5 guys over 6'5", but we have 2 guys over 6'8". Let's talk about them. I know you're big on one of them.
I'm big on one of them. I did write an article. Roberto Manavani. The height speaks for it, but his stats speak for themselves. At Cuesta College, he did average nearly 15 points and 11 boards.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, especially we need that production here at Robert
Do you think he can be that productive here, though?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
He brings a different attitude to this team, one that encourages tenacity and toughness and sort of that grittiness that you see like in the NBA with the Memphis Grizzlies way back when they had the motto like, you play hard, you play tough, you're going to win games.
Now, do you think the Colonials, anybody can answer this, but do you think the Colonials get the ball deep and we won't, or get the ball inside more, we will not see as much outside shooting because we have a guy 6'8" and a guy who's 6'11"?
What I like about it is that we can get the ball inside, but also kick it out to guys like Kevon Stewart and Matty McConnell, excuse me.
There we go.
No, definitely. I mean, Matty McConnell as a freshman last year showed what he can do. Kayvon, now a senior, has shown what he can do. But then we have Brandon Burke, 6'11". We have Billy Giles. We have tons of guys inside that can produce.
But another thing with Roberto is he's a big guy, but he has a great shooting percentage. He has like a 49.6% shooting percentage.
And that's what you want to see with your big man. You want to see them hovering around the 50% mark or higher. So it shows that he's efficient on the court. And plus what you were mentioning about having the inside options.
Some highlights from last season.
We have some highlights there. Now, what you were mentioning about the inside and outside options, they can now afford to play inside out, meaning they can get it down low, and if there's a double team coming, they can kick it right back out. We have that option now, and that's what you see with the most successful teams, minus the Warriors in the NBA who just shoot threes all the time. But you have that option. You're more lethal from every part of the court and not just having to
You're
rely
more of a threat from everywhere than just one place.
Exactly. You're more of a threat from anywhere
on the court. And what I like about 5 guys over 6'5" is that we know big guys get tired sometimes. We have guys that step into that depth, get boards for us. You're going to wear down NEC teams. NEC teams don't have this height on them.
And not to mention, we didn't have that last year. We had nobody above 6'8", I believe, and this is a huge step up.
Oh, definitely.
It's a big team.
So real quick, how does this team finish the season? Go, Colin.
Honestly, I think they'll finish about 500 in the season, but I think they'll get 2 or 3 seed and possibly an NEC championship.
Rashad.
10-22 last year, I believe they're going to get like 3 games above 500.
Okay.
I think they make it deep into the NEC tournament.
Greg.
I'm not sure exactly, but I feel like it's going to be a great season for men's basketball this year.
Yeah.
So now we are going to go to women's head coach, first-year head coach, Charlie Piscaglia, the women's head coach at the Sewall Center.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dontae Pearson. I'm here with Coach Piscaglia here at the Colonials Charles L. Sewall Center. Coach Piscaglia, you're taking over for your dad, Sal Piscaglia. How can you explain that void in that locker room?
Well, I've been here a long time, and a lot of these players, I signed them, and, we have a relationship being here. So, transition's not been very difficult at all. Coach Sale put me in a lot of position to be ready for this situation. I'm really honored to be at the school and to continue on my career here as a head coach.
Now, coming off the NEC title last year, how can you capitalize and repeat again for another NEC title?
Well, we just take it one day at a time. We never think about the big picture. We always just look at each day and trying to get better. When we get into the season, your mind is completely occupied by what you got to do, what's the next challenge. We just take it one day at a time. We get to that point. Hopefully we'll be ready again like we were last year to perform in the playoffs like we did.
Now, lastly, you have Anna Nikki Stammer-Lamprou and Rebecca Navarro returning back for you. How big of a factor are them two going to be? Anna Nikki being the sniper that she is, and Rebecca Navarro, she can play both ways.
They're going to be very big because they're both seniors, and we need that leadership out of them. So besides the talented players that they are, with scoring and shooting the ball and doing the things they can do basketball-wise, them being seniors this year are so important for us. The same thing with Janae Brown. Being those seniors and take over for a great senior class that we lost last year. We lost a great senior class. We need these players now that are becoming seniors to take on what they took on last year, and that's what we need them to really do, is just be great leaders.
All right, thanks, Coach Biscaya. Back to you.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, Dontae. So, guys, we heard it from Coach Biscaya. Colin, what did you see from Coach last year while he was the assistant coach under his father, Sal, that makes you think that he's ready for this job and for this season?
Well, last year I noticed that, they understood that Sal was stepping down, and they started to get Charlie into that role, where he had more of a more pressure on him a little bit. He stepped into more roles with the team. And like he said just there in the interview, one day at a time. They struggled a lot last season. That might have been both coaches kind of stepping in, trying to coach their own way. Now it's just him. They're going to take it one day at a time, just like last season. They're going to have struggles that happens along the way, but I definitely think that they'll be successful. I mean, a lot of returning starters.
Greg, you mentioned something you heard from that interview.
Yeah.
Explain that.
The seniors. Like he said, there's a couple seniors this year. They have played a major part with the team the past couple of years. And with them being that they're graduating this year, I feel like there's a freshman that came in this year from out of country that's really going to step up, and her name's Lucia Stryjashova. She's from Slovakia, which means, well, it doesn't mean, but she played on the Slovakian national team since 2012. And she's really produced a lot of points and a lot more stats than a lot of people that have had a chance to before their freshman year of college. So I feel like she's going to be a big part of that offense and defensive side.
So do you think the competition's going to be more or less here in the States in the Northeast Conference?
Well, I feel like it's going to be about the same because it was a European tournament team that she played on. So I feel like the pressure and the amount of talent that she's going to be playing is going to be about equal here over the States as she did over there in Europe.
Rashad, who's your leader on this team this year?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to go with Ananiki Stamalampru. Not only because I love the name, but because she knows how to produce.
Plus, she's a really good ball player.
She's a very good ball player, yes. Primarily a three-point shooter, but able to drive into the lane and sort of create shots. Great hustle, yeah. She's able to create shots anywhere on the court, and she's quick.
But one thing I'm concerned about her, she's always exhausted after a game because she does so much. Now, with that, game after game after game, injuries. She may get run down. Who do you think steps up if she can't put in a lot of the minutes because she put, and double the work basically on the court because she's, that hustler?
Well, I'm not going to look so much towards the bench, but I'm going to look at potentially the starting lineup player, Megan Smith, I believe?
Yes,
Megan Smith, yes.
Junior.
She is that low-post presence, and like we mentioned with the basketball team, inside-out options are what's going to win the games. We saw it last year. They went 20-13, NEC tournament
champions.
Yes. Don't know why I forgot that, but yes, they've shown time and time again that they can work with Ananiki being that number one, sort of getting tired and being exhausted throughout the game. They just pick it up in any way they can.
Now their non-conference schedule to begin the season, a little tough. They have Vanderbilt. How does that help a team for conference play?
Go ahead, man.
Well, I feel like playing a school like Vanderbilt, since they're a little bit from a bigger conference, it's going to give them a look into a tougher team and a tougher playing style than what they're going to see here in the NEC. So I feel like it's going to prepare them very well for competition here in NEC play.
Yeah, they're going to know how to prepare for the teams that they are going to face in the quote-unquote lower conferences, which should help them greatly throughout the season. Colin, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, last season they played Iowa at Iowa for the second straight year.
That was a game for a little bit.
Exactly. I believe single-digit game going into half. Now Iowa turned away. They're a Big Ten team. They've obviously been around the block a couple times. But no, I mean, playing those big schools really gives you an idea of how you can compete and who you can compete against. I mean, if you want to make a tournament run like last year, I mean, they're going up against Connecticut, one of the greatest teams of all time in sports. I mean, you're going to have to face these teams eventually. So it's nice to see what you can do against those upper teams.
I was kind of upset when I realized that they had to face UConn in the tournament as their first matchup.
Experience.
Oh, definitely. Being able to make it to the tournament.
And if you can compete with those kinds of teams, that's going to build a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence whenever you step back out onto the hardwood for the next game.
And through that tournament, they realized that they had what it took to get to a higher level.
Struggling, and then they were able to get it together and picked it up at the end of conference play.
And made a great run.
Now we're going to send it back to the Sewall Center for more Meet the Colonials.
Let's start here, okay? Let's go baby steps, baby steps. Joe. Excellent.
And picked it up at the end of our conference play.
And made a great run.
Now we're going to send it back to the Sewall Center for more Meet the Colonials.
Let's start here, okay? Let's go baby steps, baby steps. Everything about this. This is a three-point shot for $50. Are you ready? I'm ready. You didn't sell me on it, but I'll give it to you anyway. $50, here we go. Let's give him a little support, Joe. He needs it. Feel it, Joe. Oh. We've had more shots not hit the rim tonight than hit the rim. One more chance.
Hi, I'm Logan Carney here with Braden Burke. My apologies. Now, how are you transitioning to college from high school?
Shot for $100.
I think I'm doing pretty good. I knew it was going to be
skip
tough,
all this.
I
One
knew I
shot,
had it in me, and
$100.
I'm really enjoying it right now.
Now, you had a lot of success at high school, including averaging double-double your last 2 years. How would you like to bring that game into the Colonials?
I'd love to do that. I think I think I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be great. I'm a great fit here, and I'm excited.
Coach Sal for $100.
You had a state championship appearance. What was that experience like?
As of right now, it's the best experience of my life. Just we were huge underdogs going into the tournament all season.
Right there?
We proved a bunch of people
wrong,
wrong, and it was just a very fun time.
Come on, one shot.
How have your teammates helped you in transitioning from college to from high school to college?
Half court.
They just the older guys. They just expect a lot out of me right now. So they hold me accountable. They do a lot of. They tell me. They teach me. They know best. So I'm just learning right now and taking everything in.
Sounds like
Where you from?
Seems like they like to have fun too.
Yeah.
Wilmington, Delaware. And what is your
Well, I'm Logan Carney with Braden Burke. Back to you.
Oh, want to see what Will's got? Save that for after the show. Here we go. I didn't mean anything by that at all. I didn't mean anything by that. You think you can do better than that?
Absolutely not.
Power of positive thinking. There it is. Here we go. Come on, Maureen. For $100. Oh, Charlie, I hope you have as good as luck as I did. Nope. NCAA violation.
All right, here we go. Who wants to shoot? Let's see. Okay. All right, right here. Right there, this guy right here. Who else wants to shoot? What? Who? This guy right here? All right, come on, you can shoot. Wait, you got no shoes on. Wait a minute. Okay. So what's your name?
Steve.
All right, Steve, you're up first. All right? You're going to start off with the layup just like they did over here, and you work your way back. All right? Here we go, Steve. Oh, here we go. Wait, Steve, hold on. Steve, that was a joke, right? All right, I practice. Okay, here we go. Put this one in. All right, Steve, here we go. Go to the free throw line. All right, here we go. It's worth 20. You make this, you get 20. Oh, Steve, that was close, so we're going to go ahead. You can take it now. Steve, one more. One more. I can't let you leave like that. Here we go, Steve. There it is. Still. Good try, Steve. Good job, buddy. Who's up? Where's my next guy? All right, the guy with no shoes.
Hi, we're back here.
All right,
Nikki
what's your name?
Lamprey with the women's basketball team. Nikki, you guys have been in the finals all 3 years in the NEC that you've been in school. What is it going to take to make it all 4 years for you guys?
I feel like just working hard every day in practice, just giving 100% of our, of ourselves every day, keep getting better, and I feel like we have a good chance to go to the championship again.
And defending champs, and not only that, but as we said, 3 finals appearances in a row in the conference. You got to think there's a big target on your back. Do you like the feeling of that pressure on you? How do you react to that, knowing that everyone's going to be gunning for you guys?
I mean, for sure, having a target on our back is add a little bit more pressure, but I like that pressure. And I've been through this 3 years now, so I'm like used to it.
There we go. All right,
I mean, we're just gonna like play as hard as we can and like play as a team, and we're gonna be fine.
Now, I know your team goal is to win the conference again and go out on top, but give me one personal goal for you this season.
Just help my team go to the NCAA, that's all. I have no other goal than this.
Well, Hannah, we wish you the best. Thank you so much. Back to you guys in studio. Keep it up.
He got,
Colin,
one more
we
chance.
always talk
I'll
about
give you
the
one more
starters
chance.
for obvious reasons, but sometimes the bench players get you to that championship game, get you to that title. Now, what players do you see on the women's team that are very crucial to the success of the team?
Now, you mentioned earlier Nikki gets tired during the game, which is true. I mean, she does a lot. She has a big workload. But you mentioned Megan Smith being a key factor in the starting lineup, and I agree with him. But someone kind of that's going to come in and step up is a girl named Shakima Dash, number 0. I believe she's a junior now. Definitely a high-powered machine there. She definitely plays with a lot of energy. Pretty decent shot, very athletic. So I think she could kind of step in that role as a guard and do well. And also someone, Jocelyn Jones, sort of a down low paint player, but also just take that edge off if they want to go tall. So.
No, guys. Before we go back to men, let's finish with the women's. Where do they finish in the conference, and do they just answer it maybe with they repeat? What do you guys think?
They go full-on repeat. I think they have the tool. They didn't lose very much from last year, but this year I think they're going to be better. And they're going to go beyond maybe the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Now, Vince mentioned earlier all 3 of Nikki's years they've made it to the NCAA final. I see them doing that for a 4th straight year. It's going to be tough to win it, but I definitely think they're capable. They have a lineup.
We are now going to send it to Rebecca Navarro at the Sewall Center.
Upperclassmen, I think we need to get our role as Ananiki, Danae, and me.
Now, you just mentioned you're a senior this year. Do you look back on your past 3 years on the team, and what do you like to see yourself about the past 3 years you spent on the team?
Well, the last 3 years, I think I can define it as a one word: is family. I came here and I found my second family, and when I graduate, I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna see my second family.
Now, last year you led the points. My apologies. You led three-point shooting in the conference. What kind of aspect is shooting involved in your game?
3-point shooting.
Yes.
So, well, I think I'm gonna try to do the same thing this year because I mean the team needs it. So I'm gonna try to get back with that kind of shot.
All right. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Logan and Hannah with Rebecca Navarro. Back to you.
You got the last chance. Wait, what's your name?
Dominique.
You go to school here? You're going to try to go to school here? What year are you?
Junior.
You're a junior. All right. Have you played basketball before?
Yes.
Did you play in high school?
Yeah.
So I got somebody who knows what they're doing. You should be able to do this.
Thank you, guys, Logan and Rebecca from the Sewall Center. Now let's talk men's basketball. Again, Rashad, Aaron Tate.
Yeah.
Starter or no?
It's tough for me to say, but I think you put him in the starting lineup. I mean, he's been here for a while. He has, as I mentioned before, he has the experience. He has the leadership. Even when he's on the bench, he can provide that spark off the bench. But I think it's time for him to get into the starting 5.
Where do you put him? What position?
I think you put him at the 4,
Okay.
I think he's versatile.
Roberto 5?
Roberto 5. I think you go small ball
what
anyway.
What about Burke? You have him off the bench.
I think
6'11". He's a freshman, but how hard is it to sit him at his height? Almost 7 foot.
If you were going to sit him on the bench, which I think they will at this point, just him being a freshman and sort of not knowing what RMU basketball is all about. I think they're going to put him on the bench, but have him as the sixth option and ready to come in whenever the two big men, whenever Tate or Manavani need a break, and whenever they show those signs of fatigue. Yes, big men are the ones that get tired very easily. All
Absolutely.
that banging down low. Exactly. Yeah.
Greg, any thoughts on that topic?
Any thoughts? Well, Tate definitely earned a starting position because, I mean, last year he started the first 3 games, but that injury kind of ended the season for him. So, I mean, if he started the first 3 games last year, I feel like he's definitely going to be on the starting 5 this year.
He's shown time and time again that he is.
Absolutely. He absolutely deserves it, yeah.
Colin, I see you want to get on this.
Now, what I like about Tate is that he is experienced, like Greg said, started those 3 games. But right now, I think due to like the lack of preparation, you keep him out. But what I like about it is that Toole, for the first few games, even in all of non-conference, can kind of play around with the lineup a little bit. Start Burke one.
Why
game,
not?
Start Tate another. Kind of see what combinations work, what he wants to do with certain personnel in. He has those guys this year. Last year, only playing 6, 7 in a game. It's just like, well, we have the same lineup. They're keying on us. Guys are getting tired. Now it's like, well, I can see what matchup, who meshes together well, which I really like.
Yeah, it all goes back to having a great depth chart and able to sort of move around pieces, see what works best, and if it doesn't work, then you have the pieces to incorporate it and change your game plan. Exactly. I think it's going to be easier for them this year in order to adapt to an opponent's play style rather than having to focus on one set lineup and having this and this. And if that thing doesn't go right, then they're not going to be good.
Okay, Greg. So you're going to be Coach Toole right now.
All right.
You're in the locker room, pregame speech before Penn on the first that Friday night, the first game of the season. What's your message?
My message is, guys, it's the first game of the season. There's a lot of new faces in here. We have a lot of hype. We're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to play a little faster than they think we're going to play with all these big guys. But we're going to go out there and we're going to play as hard as we can and try to get the win.
Colin, you're Coach Toole the day before conference play. For your first NEC game, what's your message?
I'm assuming that non-conference play went well. I'm going to say let's just keep it going, keep the momentum. Definitely, we've seen what we can do so far, but this is really when the real season starts. We just forget all the rest, keep the momentum, but forget what happened before. Let's continue to just improve each day.
Sort of that one game at a time mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you have to have in the NEC.
Yeah.
We're now going to go to a commercial break, but stay tuned for more Meet the Colonials coverage.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Meet the Colonials coverage of here and at the Sewall Center. We've been talking women's and men's basketball as the seasons. I officially think the season starts today, unofficially, as the pep rally almost to get the fans psyched, to get everything ready to go for the season. We heard from Coach Andy Toole of the men's team, and we heard from Coach B of the women's team. But now we're going to go back to the Sewall Center for another interview with Kyle Griffin.
All right, so this is what we about to do. Each basketball player gets 2 dunks, and we're going to need the crowd's reaction to tell who won. Can y'all do that for us?
Hi, guys. Here with assistant coach Kyle Griffin. First season here at Robert Morris. How are you enjoying yourself so far?
I'm really enjoying myself. Guys have really welcomed me into the program, and we got a great group of guys. Really excited about coaching them this year. I'm really excited about seeing what we can do.
You come from a strong line of basketball influences, including your parents. You've been under a lot of great coaches. How have you taken all of that, and how can you apply that here at Robert Morris?
No question. I mean, both of my parents played Division I college basketball. My mom was a commentator for ESPN for 15 years. And then playing for great coaches like Fran McCaffrey and John Giannini at LaSalle. And then even working for a great coach in Brett Reed in my past job at Lehigh. Just you try to combine all those experiences and put everything you've learned together. And through that combination of great teachers that I've had throughout my life, I just try to basically give forth whatever I can, whatever information, whatever guidance I can to my guys here at Robert Morris, and hope that they can take advantage of that.
And lastly, Coach Toole brought you in because you really liked your prowess with recruitment. What do you think these new faces on the roster this year are going to bring to the program this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a really good group of new guys. 6 new guys, 4 freshmen, 2 junior college transfers. Roberto Mantovani is just been getting back from an injury. He's been playing great in practice. But our freshmen have really been stepping up as well. Deshaun Burke, Clive Allen, David Cole, and Braden Burke. They've all been playing very well. I think they're going to contribute heavily in the team this year.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck.
And again, that was a warm-up.
Thank you, Vince and Coach Griffin. And we heard from his assistant coach approach to the season.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about opponents, because that's a big factor in the success of both teams.
Yeah.
Now, women's. Who's their biggest? We saw them struggle against Bryant. Do you think same struggles this year?
Hit the nail on the head right there, Bryant. Last year, 0-2 in the regular season against them. Come into the tournament in the semis at Bryant and knock them off. I mean, it's been a back-and-forth battle for the past few years.
What about Sacred Heart?
Sacred Heart
blew them out. But we blew them out the first game, and then they got on a hot streak. They blew everybody out, and we lost at Sacred Heart.
Now, don't quote me on this, but when they won the NEC title last year, that was the first time they had won in Sacred Heart, and it was something crazy like 10 years. I'm not.
So we're gonna circle that game on
exactly.
the Sacred Heart game in Fairfield.
Definitely.
We're gonna circle
that
this
year. It's tough to play at Sacred Heart.
Why?
Tough to win.
Why?
Honestly, I've noticed a tough, long trip to Connecticut. One of your longer trips, definitely. Same with Bryant. You're going to Rhode Island. But just kind of the atmosphere there. It's very tight and closed in. The band's very loud. Definitely a tough place to play. And Sacred Heart's not a bad team either. Neither is Bryant. So once you get on their home courts, it's very hostile.
It's always tough playing those away games.
So back to the Sewall Center, we are going to go with the dunk contest.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey, y'all want the T-shirt? This time I want the T-shirt. Andy, who you shooting it to? And we got 2 left. Who want them on this side? Who wants the T-shirt? Make some noise, y'all. Y'all don't want it. All right, now this is the very last shirt, the very last one. It's going to take a lot. This one? And you're gonna redo. Oh, you're gonna throw it. Launch it. It's her birthday. Launching it up top. Hey, here we go. All right, y'all ready to see even more dunks this time? All right, everybody. As they get ready to set up, I want y'all to imagine how high you can jump and how high they actually about to get up right now. It's going to be crazy. All right, everybody. Put y'all hands together for I Am Talent. Make some noise. Make some noise, y'all. They came to put on a show for y'all. So please make some noise. Listen, they said they came 6 hours to put on this show for y'all. Where they come from, though, is the question. Where did they come from? They from my city, Griffin City. We from Philly, and they came from Philly 6 hours away. So y'all better get ready. Let's go, y'all. Put your hands together, make some noise.
pockets full, down, selling ball, gun. Been on the march like running. The chopper go out to the ground. In the pull of your banner. The killers understand it. I got broads in Atlanta. She's a dope in the family. Credit cards in the scammers.
Y'all better make some noise. Y'all want to see these dunks? Y'all don't want to see these. Y'all don't want to see these.
Uh-oh, let's go, y'all.
Legacy, family, legacy.
Ah!
Pockets full, down, selling ball, gun.
Oh!
The chopper go out to the ground.
Oh my God! That boy got, that man got bounced. He's jumping out the gym.
I think his head was at the shot
Now
clock.
see, I told y'all to make some noise. Y'all thought we was playing? They drove 6 hours. Make some noise.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Did y'all think I was joking?
Credit cards in the scammers. Wake up
And that's not all. They got more.
That's
light work. Hey, they got t-shirts?
Legacies, family. Why is he killing no camera? Papa Perk, I got some gorilla. They come and kill you with bananas. From feelings, I feel it, pull up in the final. It's bigger than the valley. Go out.
I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going home.
I got niggas that's counting for digits. Say you make you alive no more.
I'm going home.
Killers pull up in the end of baby.
And they
pull up in the killer baby. Call up in the but I'm gon' feel it back. And lift up in the baby. Go drill the baby. Go kill it back. Get it. I got broad jack, get it. I got carjack shit. It's how I live. Did it all.
Let's make some noise, y'all.
When he spinning the body, spinning. Jump the dawn, doing business in the rave, doing the boom.
Hello, everybody. Dontae Pearson back here. I'm here with senior Aaron Tate. Aaron, you're like the godfather of this team. Being one of the oldest ones on the team. How can you show your experience to these younger players?
He said he got one more. He said he got one more.
My years being here, we've had a lot of success. So I gotta try to explain to them that it's not easy to win games. And I try to do that by going out and trying to practice as hard as I can and show them how hard it is to win games. Because it ain't easy. Everybody out there coming for our neck. So we gotta go out there and prove who we are as a team.
And last year you had that nagging injury, knocked you out for a year, but you did gain that year back. Just talk about how the recovery process was.
What you say?
I said last year you had that injury last year. Just tell me how the recovery process was.
Man, the recovery process was long. It was times where I thought I would be back because I would be feeling better, and then I get out there for a practice or two, and then they'll start nagging me again. I'm just glad, man. I don't feel like talking about it because I'm just glad I'm healthy and back playing. I mean, taking a year off, it's rough, but I'm ready to get back.
We're glad that you're healthy too. Back to you.
Hey! Hey, yo. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Oh, they ain't done. We not done. We not done. Hey, yo. What y'all got for me?
Yeah. Future. Yeah.
What y'all got, Romo?
Yeah. Astronaut. Kicking flavor Saint Laurent. Watch how I walk.
We get Romo
Ain't no favors, ain't no outline, you in chop.
Uh-oh.
The biggest hater of them all. It ain't no time.
Oh, my God.
Ain't no time, it ain't no hills, it ain't no mind. It ain't no time, it ain't no time, it ain't no line.
Mama, there goes that man. Woo! This look like NBA Live 2005 at the dunk contest or something. Oh, Tristan, you about to go out there? Tristan, you gonna jump off? Oh, you ain't jumping off. You ain't about it. Hey, Tris, you ready?
I ain't even gonna lie, I'm scared out of my mind right now.
Tris, I'm gonna pray for you. They look like they know what they doing. Uh-oh. Tris. Hey, Tris, I hope you ready. Hey, make some noise, y'all. Make some noise. This is gonna be crazy.
Ain't no favors, ain't gonna outline you a chop. You the biggest hater of them all. It ain't no time, 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 it ain't no hills, it ain't no time.
That's it. What? Are you serious? Look Look at Romo dancing. Hey, go ahead, boy. Get it. Uh-huh.
I drive in the top of the furnace, nigga, this egg, I'm all on the grass. I deal with that hand, the passion.
Hey, Cloud, you said you ain't got no move. Hey, Hey, Romo said he got moves. Okay, Romo. Hey.
Christians that came out the mud.
To start, so it was kind of a tough start to begin with, but after the games go on, I felt comfortable doing it.
Now, even though you came off the bench your freshman year, you still finished second in Colonial history in blocks per season. And then the next year, you'll once again lead your team. How important is defense to the aspect of your game?
I think my strongest point of my game is defense, basically. I know, like, defense wins games a lot, so, like, just knowing that I'm there to make a defensive stop means a whole lot to my team.
Now, obviously, you're really good defensively. Are there any aspects other than defense of your game that you like to improve on as the year goes on?
Yeah, definitely. I say offense, basically posting up, I would say, shooting 15-footers, whatnot, just being a threat offensively.
Thanks for joining me, Michaela. I'm looking right here with Michaela Moraine. Back to you.
Romo, you want to try? Romo. I don't think you can do it, Romo. I don't think you can do it. Romo, I don't think you can do it. Romo, what you... Hey, Romo about to dunk? Hey, listen, y'all better make some noise and get up out your seat. Let's go, Romo. This about to be crazy. Hey, Romo, this is your house. Hey, do whatever you need to do. Romo, this is your house. Hey, this about to be crazy. Come on, Romo, make some noise for Romo, y'all. Hey, yo, make some noise for Romo one time, y'all. Romo out here jumping out the gym. Hey, everybody. These guys came a long way to put on a show for y'all. Make some noise. Romo, you good? You good. All right, please rise for the RMU tradition and the performance of our alma mater. Romo, you good? You good. Please rise for the tradition and the performance of our alma mater. Romo, you good? You good. Please rise for the tradition and the performance of our alma mater. Romo, you good? You good. Please rise for the...
Welcome back here in the studio. Well, guys, we all know Romo can dunk. Maybe we give him a uniform.
You might as well, right? Honorary uniform for the season.
Now, before we end this, final thoughts. Colin, we'll start with you. Just general thought, maybe a bold prediction about any of the teams.
Bold prediction, both the men's and women's make the NEC final.
Okay.
One win, one loses. I'll leave that up to them.
We'll come back down on the show. I will hold you to that.
All right, sounds good.
That's pretty bold. I might have to piggyback off what he's saying. I think they both make it, but they both win it.
Oh, okay.
Men takes that large step up from last year.
Back-to-back.
The women will repeat as champs. I like it.
Greg, your turn.
I'm going to stick to the tournament speak, but I'm going to say the women win it, but the men make it to the NEC tournament. I'm not saying they go to the semifinals. I'm not saying they go to the finals. I'm just saying they make it.
They make
Big improvement from last year. That's what I'm going for.
Right.
I'm going to put my thought. I've been asking you guys all night.
I want to hear from you.
What is your thought on the record for this year, Ian?
women's lose in the final.
In the finals, okay.
Men win the NEC tournament, and they're headed to the big dance this year.
Oh,
I like it.
That sounds good.
In your words, when they do make it to the tournament, where they going?
I will look like a genius. A
Genius.
All right.
Albert Einstein style genius right here. This is Albert Einstein.
This is the new one, okay?
Guys, it's been fun, but
it's been tons of fun.
It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
Hopefully, a lot more. I like
we'll be back soon.
I like your
This is a good
your
group.
inputs and everything.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Come back next week, rather, for another edition of Colonial Sports Center.